Yay! We did it! We're live! Hello, gorgeous humans. We are streaming out to Facebook, YouTube, and the Academy Facebook group as well. So this will be super fun. Hooray! People have found us. If you can see us, if you can just pop a little comment, that will be tippity top, just so that we know that you can hear us. That will be brilliant, and we'll get rolling. That will be so fun. Hi, Simply Bentley. Oh, yay. Thank you for being here. Oh, hi, Rebecca. Hi, Alison. Hi, Vicky. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Hi, Christina. Hi, the Center of Key. I'm very grateful. Davida says, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to have you. This is going to be so much fun. All right, let's begin. This is going to be just delicious and divine. First and foremost, I want you to know, yes, I'll absolutely answer questions. If you want to hold your questions till the end, if you feel like it. Otherwise, we will scroll back through and try and get to as many questions as we can. This will only just go for an hour because I've got shit to do, babes. I've got things to do. No, I've got to take my kids to appointments. So we will actually be concise, which is incredible. So let's make magic and miracles happen. All right, so today I'm sharing with you a workshop called Leonie's Money, the full review behind the scenes of a multimillionaire. As always, I want to begin by acknowledging that I live and work and create on the lands of the Gubbi Gubbi people, who are the traditional and ongoing custodians of the lands and seas where I am. I want to pay my respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging. And because we're spread out all across the globe, I want to pay my respects to the traditional custodians and their elders of the lands and seas where you are. If you'd like to pop in the comments the name of the traditional custodians of where you are, that would be really beautiful. If you're not sure, if you go to native-lands.ca, there's a beautiful world map there. Here in Australia, the First Nations people say that it makes the spirits of the land very happy to hear the traditional name. Plus, it's just a really important thing to do. So thank you. Now, I want you to imagine if a multimillionaire invited you into their office and sat you down, opened up their finances file and showed you everything, like how they made their money, where they invested their money, what made them the most cash, how much they donated to charity, and how they chose to support, how much their net worth actually was, just everything. No holds barred, real numbers, no vagueness, no smoke and mirrors, just real practical insights. It'd probably be really fucking helpful, right? And probably really bloody inspiring as well. I do not like that there's so much secrecy about money. The only way that we can learn about money is by having these really radically honest conversations with each other. If you think, especially for us as women and femmes and non-binary folk, the way we learn is from each other, in terms of all the juicy stuff in life. And I don't like that money is this one thing that we aren't supposed to talk about. That's bullshit, because I promise you that the straight white guys out there, they're talking about it, and that's how they're learning. And we need to change this paradigm. So imagine if that multimillionaire who invited you into the office to share their figures is not that straight white dude who hustles 24/7. Instead, they're a different kind of millionaire. I am proudly neurodivergent. I only work 10 hours a week. I have mental health challenges. I prioritize family and self-care. I'm a massive swear bear, and I'm an artist. So you don't have to imagine, because here it is. And I want to make it widely accessible for you, because for far too long, financial power has been in the hands of a very small minority group, straight white dudes, and they've pretended that money, assets, or power, they've prevented that money, assets, and power being held by women, the queer community, BIPOC people, people with disabilities, and more. And what's more, they've done a really shitty job of using that cash to look after the planet and all their people. So we do need a change. We know statistically that women, LGBTQIA+, BIPOC, and people with disabilities use their money in better ways than straight white dudes. They invest in their children, they invest in their local communities, and they donate more money to philanthropy as well. So this little mini workshop is to help you create more abundance and inspire you to see a different, more prosperous future for you and your family, give you the roadmap of exactly how I've done it, show you an example of a multimillionaire creating good in the world. And I really, hand on my heart, may it serve you wholeheartedly. So, God, Great Spirit, all that is, what would you have me say? How can I best be of service to every beautiful soul who is here today? Right. I want you to know, of course, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just going to share what I do. And I want to acknowledge that I have an enormous amount of unearned privilege in this as well. I am white. I lived in a developed country. I appear cishet. I have invisible disabilities. I am educated and I did not experience extreme childhood abuse or poverty. And that is unearned privilege. Now, why am I going to be talking about money during this workshop? Because it improves our financial literacy as people. Women, Black, Indigenous people of color, marginalized communities have not been allowed financial agency, and so for millennia, and it's only in very, very recent decades. For many of us, it is, our, like, for example, when my husband was born, his mother would not have been allowed legally to get credit cards. They wouldn't have been able to, women wouldn't have been able to open a bank account in their own name if they'd been married. So we have a huge amount of financial literacy to make up. So I really want to just invest in the solution and show you what is possible. I want to completely say that your money buttons may get pressed during this. That is absolutely normal and okay. You might look at some of my numbers and how much I'm donating and all that kind of stuff, and you may have some judgments and people think, well, I'll do it differently, or, well, I don't understand this, or whatever. Totally understandable, totally fine. And let's just acknowledge that money stuff actually presses buttons a lot more than others. And I invite you, wherever your money buttons are pressed, to look at what ways you might want to heal that or look at it more, or even it might just give you inspiration to do things differently. And that's totally groovy and totally okay. And I'm happy to be of service in presenting an option that you don't want to do. Totally cool. So in this workshop, I'm going to be covering my current net worth, my current income streams, what I'm investing in, my current philanthropy, my new company structure, retirement plans, what earns me more money than anything else, and how I track my money goals as well. So it's kind of like ushering behind those red velvet cushions, not cushions, though that would be cute, curtains. All right, I'm just going to check over that. Somebody's got a really good question. Jess says, what's the best way to improve financial literacy easily? It is by talking about it. It's by talking about it and making it like less fearful, like less scary, and having like just these conversations are actually a really good way. And doing little things like reading very accessible books about money that can be really useful. I recommend The Barefoot Investor by Scott Pape. It is an Australian book. And so some of it is a little bit Australian, but I think his concepts are fucking stellar. And you might also like the books like FIRE, FIRE, which is Financial Independence, Retire Early. So those kinds of things can be enormously useful. My assistant's assistant, Lacey, says, "Hi, Leonie, I just want you to see that your troll in training is here." That's so sweet of you. For those who don't know, Zeta, my right-hand girl is here, and we joke that she's my part-time assistant and my full-time troll, and now she's teaching our other staff how to be a troll as well. So very, very important. All right, let's carry on before I get distracted, because I totally do get distracted. Where did I put the freaking thing? Who knows? There. Hey-oh, proud of me. Okay. All right, let's talk lifestyle first and foremost, because this is the most important part to me. So as a multi-millionaire, here's what my lifestyle looks like. No, I remember like reading this like Bropreneur. He did like this social media post about like flying at the pointy end of the plane, and him being like, people ask me what it takes to fly at the pointy end of the plane. You know, it's 24/7 hustle. It means that I barely see my 3 children. It means, you know, like I've worked 97 hours in the last week. Hustle. Like it was just like, it was like, gave me the real ick. And also I just thought, that's fucking stupid, bro. Like your kids are growing up, and you actually only get this once, and like pretty soon you're gonna be singing fucking Cats in the Cradle. Like, and you'll be, yeah. Anyway, I won't carry on with my little judgment parade, because I have this whole little scenario in my head about this person. But I just want to say, like, you don't, it doesn't mean that. Like, to be a multimillionaire, you do not have to be like that. For me, I work only 10 hours a week in my company, and people are like, oh, that's nice. That's only because you're rich. No, it's actually been a choice from the very beginning. I started my business when I was working for the Australian government, and I only had a little bit of time after I finished work to work on my business. I only left that job permanently when I was 9 months pregnant with my daughter, and I wanted to be a present parent. Um, and you know, I wanted to exclusively breastfeed and all that kind of stuff. And so I worked out a way to, you know, I just carried on with this tradition of only doing 10 hours a week. I teach exactly about how I do this, how I built a multi-million dollar company in 10 hours a week. But it is absolutely possible. My priority is on my family. I need to update these drawings, because I did these ones, and my kids do go to a private school. We were sending them to an alternative school that kind of folded, so they're just at a mainstream school now. It's fucking great. My husband and I retired from our government jobs to raise our kids together. We were living on 2 acres on the Sunshine Coast. We're now living on a suburban block on the Sunshine Coast, because we could not be fucked doing all the mowing anymore. And it's great. We want to live close to the beach. So I'm really happy with that decision. We don't buy fancy cars, but we do buy a lot of books. We still have a budget. We homeschooled the kids for 3 years. They're back in school now. But our priority has always been like, what is the way that we can be a really connected family together and prioritize our relationships first and foremost. So, oh, and I can still fly at the pointy end of the plane. I just don't have to travel that much anyway, only for on holidays. But if we do, it's always at the pointy end of the plane. I just don't have to behave like a dick in order to do it. Okay, income streams. So I have a bunch of different income streams that come through. E-courses. So I teach on a whole bunch of topics, including about how to work less and earn more, and how to 40 days to finish your book, 40 days to create and sell your e-course. I teach about money. I teach about selling and marketing without social media, because I went off social media for 2 years and still earned over $2 million. So yeah, e-courses out the wazoo. I have my goal workbooks, which have been used by over 500,000 people worldwide. I have my romance novella, which is it's called Salt, written under my pen name, Lola Lee. I did a stint in a network marketing company a few years ago. I still receive residuals from that. I have spoken about that publicly as well. I get ethical funds dividends. I'll talk more about that. I have cash in a high interest cash account. So I get interest from that. I do get some government grants, including the Export Market Development Grant, because I sell so much overseas. The government has like this rebate so that like some of your marketing spend and some of like if you've got staff in a different country, then you or contracts in a different country, they will help. Like they'll reimburse you for some of the costs of it so that you can expand further into those outside markets. It's kind of a small amount, but it's still part of that income stream puzzle, which is totally cool. We have an investment property, which was a long-term rental, and now it's been turned into a family property for some family members of ours. I'm an affiliate for some stuff, and I also do some live speaking gigs. So they're all a part of the income stream puzzle. However, this is where I absolutely get the most amount of money. So the vast majority of my income is currently from e-courses, and that'll change over time. But I just want to be real with you, like that there's lots of income streams going on. The vast majority for me comes from e-courses. So when you want to look at like adding in more income streams, I just want you to remember it's taken me years to add all those income streams. If you want to create more income streams, I have a program called Money Manifesting Your Multiple Streams of Income, and it has the 100 Money Making Possibilities guide in there as well. You just keep adding little ones in, and it's just nice just to have like these extra things coming in, and some of them are just completely passive. Oh, I should say as well, I have like a little Redbubble store that I earn cash from as well with some of my designs. They're pretty fun. Oh, and I have a little Etsy store as well. I should add some more stuff. Yeah, no, I'm just like, as I'm thinking, I'm like, you've got even more income streams than that. All right, so in terms of where our cash is invested, we went through okay, so I'll show you where it was all at, because I thought this was like a really good balanced mix, and this is where I'm aiming at being again. So we had part of it just sitting in cash, and then we had just under half sitting in property. Part of that was our house, and part of that was an investment property. And then we also have managed funds and superannuation. So superannuation is retirement funds, what retirement funds are called in Australia, and managed funds. So I will talk to you more about what managed funds are in a second. Let me make sure I've got my little, yeah, it's coming. But basically managed funds are stocks, so like shares. So we've got managed funds and we've got super. And for me, it's really important to have those in ethical ones. So I'll talk more about that as well. So that's just the main divvy up of how our investments currently look. Where it is now is we made some changes. We bought a different house that was more expensive. And so I ended up cashing out of our, selling our managed funds in order to pay off our mortgage as interest rates rose. So now we have superannuation, we have our new home, we converted our investment property to be a partial investment property, and we still have some in cash. I want to get back to being here, and I want to have even more in the managed fund section. But this is just where we're at in this little transition cycle. So after the 2020 summer bushfires here in Australia, I moved all of our superannuation, like our retirement funds, out of like normal funds and into ethical funds only. So ethical funds are they don't invest in mining, gambling, tobacco, guns, human rights abuses, logging, that kind of stuff. Everyone is different, but I'm really, really happy that I can do that instead. So for me to like move into ethical instead, it was so easy for me to transfer and set up. It took me literally 2 minutes. I thought it was going to be a fucking massive process. I just needed my tax file number. And if you do decide to transfer, I just want to say, make sure you check first on your attached insurances, because a lot of people have their life insurances set up attached, and you may have some extra things. So it might be useful to like have a look more into the details of it before you make any tricky decisions. So there's a bunch of ethical superannuation options in Australia and worldwide. You just Google ethical managed funds, ethical retirement, or ethical index funds, plus your country, and you will find it. Ones like Verve Super, Future Super, and Australian Ethical are some of the big ones in Australia. I ended up moving to Australian Ethical. I really appreciated them. My accountant gave me the thumbs up on it because their performance is still quite good. And they also offer both super and like retirement funds and ethical managed funds. So, of course, you're asking, what are managed funds? Now, if you just buy a share, like in a company or a stock in a company, you're buying one share in one business. Now, with like index funds, managed funds, they work in a similar-ish way, except you're buying more of a burrito, which has a lot of different ingredients, which reduces a lot of your risk. So instead of you just buying in one company, you're buying like you're buying a share in mini shares in a whole range of different companies. And you can get managed funds just on their own, or you can get ethical funds. Index funds mean basically they haven't even chosen what goes in the burrito. It's just like the top 500 companies. So they're just like, yeah, cool. We're just like, we don't even we don't care what's going in there. We'll just pop the top 500 in there. Nice. Managed funds, there's like a person going, now what we'll do is just this. So yeah, either one's got its benefits. So the low cost index fund, like index funds, is just I just buy shares in all publicly traded companies. That's preferred by lots of investors and people who follow the FIRE, which is Financial Independence Retire Early. You can also get ethical index funds as well, and they have lower cost fees, which is really important. Managed funds they're chosen by fund managers, and so they've got slightly higher fees because there's a person attached to it. Like there's a company attached instead of it being more of an automatic process. You can also choose like more balanced options that are more risk adverse. When it comes to like Australian Ethical, it's like I choose like it gives you like kind of the risk rating and also the kinds of returns, because the returns you can get are higher if you're more comfortable with the fact that it may fluctuate over the years more dramatically. But if you're somebody who is very low risk and you don't like, you might need to access the funds ASAP, and you need it to be exactly what it was, then you might need to look at some of like their lower risk options that will have a slower growth process. So for me, I choose ethical managed funds instead of just index funds because I'm lazy. I started with the ethical managed funds and now I can't be fucked moving. Choosing the ethical is important to me. I haven't yet found an ethical low-cost index fund that works for me. And I've been getting like some really good returns on Australian Ethical, so I'm happy with that. So if you're like kind of freaking out right now, like, oh God, what does that all mean? Because there's a lot of words. I get it. We can talk some more at the end of this call about this. Just remember, like, it's just like buying a share just in a normal company, but you're getting to do it in a bunch of different companies. And I like that because like I personally have invested like shares in one company and they feel really pissed when they go under, or they just like perform really badly. Whereas with the managed funds, you tend to have, like I find you tend to do like have a bit more of a growth, like just a fairly steady growth pattern, because you like the others average it. All the different companies that average themselves out, which is nice. Which is nice. And also it takes away like oh God, what stock am I going to invest in? Because it's too much for me. It's too stressful. I don't have brains like that. Okay, so retirement goals, because people are always interested in this. I was planning, I had this goal to be able to retire by 45. I'm 41 at the moment. And then I reached that goal, and I knew that I was on track. So then it went down to 44, and then went down to 43. And then I realized oh, it's actually just not a helpful goal for me, because I actually don't really want to retire. I really like what I do. And I still want to be doing something in my own way. So my retirement ideas basically is to just be this eccentric creative auntie mentor. Actually, these glasses I think sum up my retirement goals quite nicely. Yes. I think it'd be really cute of me to also be doing more hand-drawn, kind of illustrated travel logs. I think that'd be so fucking cute of me. Just doing kooky creative side projects with little regard to commercial possibilities, and maybe serving on boards or doing launches just to donate it all to charity. That would also be super fucking fun. So I don't really have a timeline on that. But because it was just I was head fucking myself over it, because when the reality is I don't really want to retire. I just want to keep doing what I'm doing, just in different ways. So my next financial goal is to have enough sitting in ethical managed funds that I can live off the dividends. If you're not sure what a dividend is, it basically means every year or every 6 months, if your stock has increased. Oh no, that's not what it means. Yeah, okay. If you're no, what it means is, see, fucking multimillionaire, and I still get shit wrong, guys. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. You don't need to know everything. You don't even need to be born good with money. I wasn't born good with money. I just learn as I go. What it means is if the company creates cash, that creates extra profit, that is then given out to its shareholders. It's sort of when you win the lotto, but it's only a little portion of it. Anyway, so you get these dividends of whatever profit compared to the amount of shares that you own. And so you can live off the dividends. At the moment, I have every time the dividends are paid, what I get them to do is just reinvest the profits back in reinvest the dividends back into more shares, because I don't want to live off it yet. And so I just want to have more shares there. So it's super fun. So why would I want to have that goal? I think it's really nice insurance in case of illness or disability. I really like the idea of being able to financially look after my family. Gives us more freedom to do other things as well, and be able to do even more contributions to philanthropy. And also just because I fucking can. It's really fun just to do things because I fucking can. And for me, I didn't grow up in a wealthy family at all. I grew up, my parents were farmers, and there's enormous blessings on that situation, but it's very, very up and down. And I've talked publicly about the prayers that I used to make when I was a kid. I remember just saying over and over and over again, please, please, please don't let my parents go bankrupt. Please stop the cattle rustlers from stealing more cattle. Please don't let anyone in my family die. Please don't let my parents get divorced. Those were the big 4 stresses that was looming over my life. And I couldn't stop any of that happening. My parents did get divorced eventually, and it decimated my family. My brother died in a farming accident when I was a teenager. The cattle rustlers, if you don't know what that word means, it means people who steal cattle professionally, basically. They continued to steal cattle until my parents had to sell the property that they were on. And that those neighbors, one of them is now in prison for murdering the the farming family that was next door. He was ended up becoming a mass murderer. Like, there's some fucked up shit when I look back. And my parents never went bankrupt, thankfully, but it was always just on the brink of financial devastation in some way or another. Like, my family, like my childhood was very full of, I was very aware of the financial stress. And I don't want to replicate that level of drama in my life. I want to create stability, and I want to create good things and blessings for myself, my children, my husband, and for my community and for the world. And so I'm very happy to have learned how to a little bit play the game of money to get to a point where it's reaching our goals and giving us the lifestyle that we want while still staying true to our values, because it means that I get to break a whole bunch of ancestral lines as well. So I just want you to know that even if you didn't grow up in money, you absolutely still can change and make a financial situation that that is peaceful and that you feel very proud of. So, how much do you actually need in order to be able to retire? Now, if you want to retire early, a lot of people say it's to like live off 4% per year of your investments, or have 25 times your annual spendings invested. Doesn't need to be the income. It's your annual, like how much it costs for you to live. Now, that is if you want to live permanently off that and not ever reduce that amount. So people in the FIRE movement often aim for at least $1 million invested if they can live off $40,000 per year. And of course, that would have to go up with cost of living and that kind of stuff. And your main residence doesn't count as an investment because it doesn't generate money. Now, that's just one way of looking at it, because you can, there's different ways that you can do it. You can have income streams that are more passive income streams that continue to bring you money. You also, I have a spreadsheet that dictates out when I can draw from our retirement funds, because my husband and I have money invested in our retirement funds, and at what age we can pull from that and that kind of stuff. And also, I don't necessarily think I have to pass generational wealth down when I die. So I'm not as currently I'm not as invested in making sure that there's excess left over when I'm gone. Okay, let's talk about some company structures as well. So a lot of companies are set up like this, is where you have a trading company that holds all the cash. Customers buy from the trading company, and then we have two owners in our company. That's me and my husband, and we get paid salaries and dividends. And now we've moved into a slightly more complex structure. This is not something that you need to do until right at the beginning of your company at all. In fact, you don't even need a trading company to begin. A lot of people start with a solo business, like just a trading business. And then after about 100 grand a year, they start looking at a trading company instead. And then we've kind of gone up another level from that. So we have a trading company that pays our salaries and dividends. And then we also have a holding company or trust that extra cash sits in the holding company, and then that gets invested in ethical managed funds. And then that pays us, eventually it becomes like a trust that will pay us money from our investments to fund our retirement as well. So I just wanted to give you this is not something you need to be potentially looking at right now until you're at that level, and then you work with your accountant to work out what the right mix is for you. I just wanted to give you a little heads up so you know, like, oh, okay, this is what people of like high net worth start looking at doing. So money goals tracking, I have a little spreadsheet that gets updated on the first of every single month. And I look at my net worth and how much it's increased by, sometimes it's decreased, and then I measure it up against my retirement goal to see whether I'm on track with it as well. And it's really fucking fun. So I really recommend doing that. And then I have my little thing of like retire by 45 and I color it green whenever I achieve that. I ended up achieving like all of that way in advance, so that all got colored green. And then I created a new one just for lols to like increase my goal even more. All right, let's talk about philanthropy. And yes, I will talk about exact net worth very, very shortly. So pre-2019, what I did with my, like how I donated was basically it went to a whole bunch of fucking places, including Pencils of Promise, Room to Read, Kiva, World Vision, Red Cross, the Wildlife Fund, all that kind of stuff. Absolute shit ton of different ones. And there was also, one of the 2019, one of the big one was I was supporting an orphanage in Kenya and ended up donating, I think it was over $45,000 to them. And then I started learning more about orphanages are problematic in their own way. And also it was when the fires happened in Australia. And that was when I realized like I really wanted to donate the vast majority into one fund for the climate crisis. So that started getting moved into the Australian Wildlife Conservancy, and then I ended up moving it into so that it got kind of portioned instead. So 20 grand would go to the climate crisis. So like Friends of the Earth and Australian Conservation Foundation for more of the advocacy work, which is like, that's when they talk to government to try and change legislation and stuff like that. And then half of it was going to direct action organisations like Bush Heritage Australia and Australian Wildlife Conservancy. And they do more on the ground stuff where, so for example, last week, Bush Heritage Australia put a call out and they were looking to purchase their largest land reserve yet. It's currently used as farming land. And the owners had decided that they would like to sell it to a conservation agency instead. So they had the opportunity to buy it. So for 24 hours, we donated 100% of our revenue, not our profit, 100% of our revenue to that. And it was like, ended up being over $8,000. And that's just going to help them purchase that land for wildlife and to restore it and have these little pockets of nature conservation, which is really important to me. And I think is a really big part of the climate solution. And then we also have an extra part of like where needs arise. So -18, which is a queer LGBTQIA plus support group for teenagers in Queensland. We have a local First Nations organisation called SevGen, SEVGEN. They are making a bush tucker orchard. It's an orchard, not orchid, right? Orchid's the flower. Whatever. It's got fucking trees, guys. Anyway, they needed some help to buy some pruning equipment for their farm and to a freeze dry machine so they could start producing like bush tucker and selling it. And so we were able to fund that, which is super fucking cool. I love being able to just donate to the places that need it. And so currently we have donated over $170,000 to charity, and I'm excited to see that keep growing and growing. Now, in terms of my current net worth, I'm now just over $5 million, which is super fun. So my next financial goal is I want to have more cash in ethical managed funds. I want to continue prioritizing my health, continue prioritizing our family, and just create and share and help however I feel called. Now, if you want more money training, please, please, please do check out Money Manifesting and Multiple Streams of Income. That's at leoniedawson.com/money. And that's 4 weeks to help you get your money sorted and to really look at where your money's at right now, how you can spend less and save more and invest more. And it goes into even more detail with step-by-step homework and instructions. And I just want you to be aware as well is that you can get my money course along with every single one of my other courses in my academy. I am just going to make it's so big that I am going to try and share my screen so you can actually see what you get in the academy, because currently it's under $100 a year. And yes, I will answer questions as soon as I show everyone this one because it's important. Share screen. What's it called? Oh, what's it called? I can find you. I'm gonna hunt you, gonna find you. Is that where it is? Sure. There we go. Okay. So my academy is where I pile absolutely every single thing in there to help you. That is to help you grow your business if you have one. If you don't have a business, start or create multiple streams of income. And I put all of my courses, all my programs, everything in there to help you create a awesome life and an awesome business at a really, really affordable price. So this is totally different to a lot of every program out there, in that all I do is I give it to you for under $100 a year. And there's $8,500 worth of my courses and workshops and everything in there. So sales staff, 40 days to create and sell your e-course, money manifesting on multiple streams of income, 40 days to a finished book if you've ever wanted to write a book, marketing without social media, work less, earn more, get organized, Midas touch, how to hire and manage a VA, burnout, how to deal with trolls and criticism in your business, cash crunch, how to make money and save money even when times are tough, how to find the perfect accountant for you and your business, monthly group coaching calls as well. And then you also get all of my books. So you get my goals workbooks, my to-do list planners, my weekly planner, my erotic romance novella, my Christmas planner. And you also get every single month, we bring out a new workshop. So set up your website that sells, decide your pricing and set up payments, set up your mailing list, master tech for business success, how to decide what business to do, create a lead magnet, create a newsletter, a 2-page marketing plan, sane and profitable social media marketing, plan your 2024 business success. Next year, we've got how to create digital art, how to create incredible customer service, money management for your business, how to grow your business with launches, how to start and grow a membership program, how to win awards. Every single one of these is an hour-long workshop that I teach live. And yes, you get all of this for under $100 a year, but only for the next 3 days, because the price is increasing, because obviously it's ridiculous the amount of value you get in this. And it's just a huge, huge, huge amount. So how to grow your business with testimonials, how to grow your business with networking, graphic design for your business, how to grow your business with affiliates, how to create business systems, doing an annual business review. Then you get business trackers, planners, and spreadsheets every single month as well, like yearly business growth tracker, monthly and financial goals tracker, annual marketing calendar, launch result tracker, financial goals tracker, weekly content planner, a monthly business goals plan, a weekly business planner, lead magnet and webinar success tracker, affiliate link tracker, content library planner, 52 newsletter content ideas, customer service email templates, flash sale email templates, launch success checklist, morning routine template, live stream content ideas, email templates to get testimonials, 100 social media content ideas, new customer email templates, affiliate onboarding, email templates, daily essential business task templates, and standard operating procedure templates as well. Again, for all under $100. And then we also have every single month, we have 1 or 2 guest experts come in and teach their own workshop in their own brilliant experience levels. So we have people on just the most incredible people. We have 2 every single month coming out next year. You get all of these for free with your Academy membership. So we've got about 5,000 members in our Academy. And the thing that we discover is that with our membership, people who are in the membership, now they've got it, like they are keeping it forever, because they get so much value out of it. And it just helps them in every single area of their life, from their money to their business, to their creativity, to to their self-care, all of that. So I really do just try and make it like the easiest no-brainer decision of your life to be able to grab the Academy. There's just so much in there, and it can make such an enormous difference. Vicky says, how long have you had the Academy? So I started the Academy in 2010. I ran it for 9 years, and then I took a sabbatical for a few years. I started it back up over a year ago, 14 months ago. And so we've got 5,000 members in the last, just in the last year. And we just know historically people get, like 80% of people in my last Academy renewed. In this Academy, we've now got, like, it's all brand new content. In this Academy, it's all like brand new courses and stuff like that. So we've got 90% of people renewing, which is super cool. And this is a URL. All right, I'm going to answer questions now, and I'm also going to add my assistant Zeta. Oh my fucking God. That's beautiful, Zeta. I'm so proud of your achievements.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you for waking up so early for this. I know it is not your favorite thing in the world.
No, it's not. And I've got revenge. There's an Instagram post for you to look at after this.
Guys, get yourself a troll like Zeta. Like, get yourself a lovely VA. Zeta has full permission to post whatever the fuck she likes on my Instagram, and her love language is trolling. And so that means she just likes to make ridiculous posts on my own Instagram to make fun of me. And I love it, like, because I think it's hilarious. But it's also like, oh, sweet Jesus, what has she said now? It's so funny. All right. Okay. All right. Let's go answer some more questions. Where am I at? Comments. Okay. Heidi says, we don't have to do anything to renew, right? I went to your site to renew. It said to do nothing. It'll be automatic. Is that correct? Yes, correct. If you're already a member, it's an automatic renewal. And you also get like an email reminder before it happens. So if you are one of the very few who decide, oh no, I don't need the Academy any longer, then you can cancel it before it gets charged. That's totally fine. Davida says, you're really going to be blessed for having an Academy fee at a price that I didn't have to go into debt to pay for. Exactly, right? Like, I just want to make it super, super accessible, that you don't have to like pay for a $2,000 course. And then, like, you know, once you finish that $2,000 course, you have to buy another fucking $2,000 course. Like, it's just so fucking much. Like, it really, oh, Cena's fallen off a chair because she could not be paying $2,000 for things. Is that what's happening?
I just went to pat my cat.
Oh, you dickhead. I thought you were being dramatic.
No. Just what? No, not quite. Not this time. I'm saving that for the Thursday webinar.
Oh, okay, right. No, fair play, fair play. You can go to keep some of it. Can keep some of it. Neurodivergent Magic says, can I just say how much I love your whole aesthetic? I'm type 4 Enneagram. Aesthetics are super important to me, and yours is chef's kiss. Oh, thank you. Thank you. We do love the colors. We love the colors. I made this. I'm really proud of myself.
Yeah, and I made this. So, you know, you can vote on which one you think is better, and there is an objectively correct answer.
Oh, is there? Is there? I would like to clarify. Oh, okay. I would like to clarify, like, the things that you've used to make that. You have collaged my own artwork, you dick. Jonah says, I joined. It's awesome. Hooray. Hooray. I'm so thrilled. Paula's pick says there's so much value in the academy, way more than the stated value on the site, in my humble opinion. Isn't that nice? That is so nice that and somebody says it's really an amazing investment. Oh, I'm going to screenshot the fuck out of these. Thanks, guys. I'll keep that. Add that to my spank bank for when I'm feeling sad and I need a reminder that things are great. Lizzie says, no catch. You do need to do the work, though. There is so much. Totally worth it. It's no use, though, if you do nothing. Now, I do want to tell people that, yes, there's a fuck ton in the academy, but you don't have to do all of it to get value out of it. If you just do one a year, you have got your money's worth. You have got your money's worth, right? And then it's just like an enormous buffet of options there for whatever you need support with in order to, get your money sorted or get your book done or sell more or what the fuck ever. So it's good. It's good. Megan says, I have the academy. I love it. A whole bunch of us went through your course creation course together and met weekly. Oh, fucking love that. I fucking love that. I have so many people say like, oh, I met my best friend. I met my business partner through the academy. And it just makes me so happy. The academy is the best value. It's really such a great offer. I was blown away when I joined in March. Oh, yay. Fucking thrilled. Fucking thrilled. I love that. Is it only for online businesses? Is it appropriate for new businesses? What's the catch? This is the thing, right? Like it's people, because it's got so much ridiculous value in it, people are like, what's the catch? The catch is your girl is, I'm a cheapskate, all right? Like I don't like spending money. And I also married a man who's a cheapskate. And so much so, like we'll go to Kmart and I'll be like, he's like, oh, I do need to get some new t-shirts, because he just wears the same like 3 t-shirts in rotation until they're falling apart. And we'll go to Kmart to get him some new t-shirts. And he says, oh, no, they're not on clearance. I'm not getting them. I said, treat yourself. Treat yourself. I know they're not in $6 clearance, but you can get yourself a $10 one. No. I'll just wait for their room to be on clearance. So we are cheapskates. And so we appreciate other cheapskates. And so we're like, we'll just make it like the most affordable price available, like most affordable that we can do. So it's $99 a year until the big price increase this year, this week. Sharon says, love your glasses. Me too. Thank you. Really, it feels good. Rondell says, I just read the Fire book, Your Money or Your Life. Wowza, life-changing. It's so good, right? It's so good. Lisa says, I think you're my new favorite person. Anyone who uses cuss words like nouns and adjectives are my kind of people. There's plenty more to come from that. I was thinking about it. Like sometimes I lay awake at night and I think, what are my favorite cuss words? And I think fanny wobble is one of my favorites. Yeah. Cockwomble and douche canoe. They're pretty good. Like it's always a good burn. It's always a good burn. Lacey says there will be a replay as well, so you can rewatch the beginning. Thank you, Lacey. That's actually way more helpful than Zeta will ever be. So she hasn't trained you well enough. Just kidding, Zeta. You're fantastic. Don't leave me ever.
the revenge that is going to come from you making that comment.
I can't wait for it. It's like a bad kink relationship, right? It's like, Daddy.
Safe word.
What is your safe word? Is it just like pineapple?
No, it's safe word.
Oh, okay, right. Hashtag safe word. Hashtag safe word. And people are like, why is Leonie talking to her staff like this? Oh, it's because Zeta is HR. So she's only got one place to go. And HR is always like, yeah, but was it funny, Zeta? And yes, it is Zeta talking to herself. And she'll say, yeah, it was. And HR's like, well, fuck off then.
I don't make the rules. HR does.
Okay. What does it mean to be able to retire financially? Is that a certain amount of money? Yeah, and it's completely dependent on your expenses and like the kind of lifestyle that you want to lead, basically. That's what it is to be able to retire. Being able to retire means that you've got enough investments to be able to live off. And you may also like have, so for example, you live in Australia, and so you do, some people, like a lot of people are able to get like the old person allowance. I don't know what it's called.
The pension.
Oh, that's the word. So unrelatable. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, that's embarrassing. It's a word that I'm not familiar with. I'm just joking. Anyway, so like you may factor that into your retirement. Like it's like, okay, well, I can expect this amount, and then I might want like this amount for my superannuation or whatever. Or you have extra investments that you can just live off early. In order to make it worthwhile, do you need to invest a decent amount, or doesn't it matter? It doesn't matter, right? What actually matters, here's the crazy part, is one, the sooner you do it, the better, because you have compound interest working for you over time. But even if, like, what matters is that you actually just start doing it and start doing it consistently, and adding, like having savings goals, having investment goals, and knowing where you can shoot things. And you can like shoot like direct, not just so you can also set up like automatic deductions so that things immediately go to your superannuation and your like investment strategy every month, so you don't even have to think about it. So setting up those things is really, really useful. And like my staff know as well, like sometimes I'll just be annoying and be like, guys, how's your retirement like investments going? I would never.
You? Annoying?
I know.
Unheard of.
I know. Me? Bossy? Unheard of.
I don't think you've ever been bossy a day in your life.
That's right. That's right. I would take you more seriously if you didn't stop fucking disappearing like some ghostish troll. I didn't know if you disappeared or if you just fallen off the chair again, Zita.
We have to make that a game show.
Keep me guessing. Okay. Julie says, I've got a question. Would the Academy help out a complete beginner who never got her own paycheck to start earning money, getting organized with it, and grow with it? Fucking absolutely. 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 There's like core literacy, like money literacy stuff. Like it's so important, and yet we're not taught it. We're not taught how to do these things. And then we end up having like huge credit card debt, and we like no plan to get out of it whatsoever, and no investments and all that kind of stuff. So let's not do that. Money manifesting in multiple streams of income in the Academy will 100% help you. Lacey's being brilliant and helpful. Thank you. The Center of Key says, I've been with Australian Ethical for 27 years now. Best decision I ever made. I know, right? And like, not only do you get good returns, but you also like get good smug vibes. You're just like, oh, yeah, no, I only invest in ethical because I'm part of the solution. I don't fund war, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of smug vibes that is needed. Okay. Right, I need to quickly finish up, but head up, Cedar. It's a very large question. You have to squeeze yourself up. There we go. I'm so thankful for your courses. I'm a stay-at-home mum of a kiddo with all the goodies. I started my own dot art business so I can work from home and homeschool. I've learned so much from you. I figured out how to make a website. I have around 13 online art courses, around 24 PDF designs, all things people can buy. I've grown my Facebook page from 600 followers to over 10,000. Now I feel like I've changed how I feel about my business and started giving back by donating. We can't read all of it. Zita, can you find where that? Oh, Lacey, actually, you're in the wilds. Can you find where the rest of that comment is? And you can copy and paste it in, like the whole thing in there for us. It is on Facebook, so you can find it in the live area there. Okay.
I've got it.
Oh, you fucking champion.
I know, sometimes I'm good at my job. It's rare. So where do we get up to? Donating and giving away, and have started giving away free classes. I'm so happy to know what a lead magnet is, lol. I definitely feel more like a confident businesswoman. I'm always thinking, what would Leonie do?
Oh, I love you. Oh, I'm so proud of you. That's the fucking best. That's the fucking best. Zita, can you find that horrific graphic I made for my osteopath when she thought about what would Leonie do?
Oh. Okay. Okay. It's just we don't label things, so it's gonna take me.
That's going to be horrific, isn't it? I did
Okay.
send it from here. It's really important that I show this because it's that funny. Okay, the Leonie Z relationship is my favorite. Mine too. It is a little. People have pointed out it is a little bit of a sibling dynamic, and this was intensified by the fact that we discovered that like I basically have the same personality as her younger sister, and I was like, oh, everything makes sense then. Esther says, need to see a cat. Oh my God, Mikassa's going to be consented to be touched. She may maul Zeta's face up. She may not. All power to Queen Mikassa. Mikassa is the lord of us all.
I know, I'm sorry.
I know. She
People
looks
need to
very
see you.
regal. You've earned your paycheck for this month. Hey, Mikassa. Not you, Mikassa.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Oh, sorry. Sorry, cat. Sorry.
Okay. Lizzie says, is it worth investing in unethical shares in order to control what they do? Look, you can give it a go. However, like unless you're a majority shareholder, it may not be helpful. And also you would need to make sure that you're like an activist in that. And so you would need to be reading like their AGM notes and sending in like your letters and shit like that. So it's up to you. Honestly, if you want to do it, go for that angle. That'd be so cool. Okay, more questions. Lacey says, oh my God, did you see Zena's face? I suspect some great posts will be coming from that diss. I know. So I don't know. I feel like I was excited by it though. Your Intervention Magic says, can we talk about how fantastic Leonie's support team is? I had an issue, reached out to support, got a super compassionate email back in like 48 hours. Fuck yeah. Our support team is the bestest. Do you help with business ideas though? I've been working corporate forever with broad-based business skills and so over it. Yeah, we absolutely do. And you also have you have the monthly group coaching calls as well. Come on and ask us the things. Jess says, is there any way to connect to other members to create accountability partners? Big time. We've got 2 forums, one on social media, one off social media. So you can take your fancy, and then people also use the group coaching calls as a way to really connect with each other. And you can pick my brain, but so many people also like form accountability partners and all sorts of stuff up there. It's really cool. Karen says, I love your backgrounds. Oh, carry on.
Sorry, I found the image.
Perfect.
I've just messaged it to you on Messenger if you want
Oh, okay. Thank you, my queen. I'll try and
pull it up and put it on screen.
Oh, yeah. This is so fucking bad. Okay, so background of this, guys, is that my osteopath is a wonderful human. And she's creating an e-course at the moment to teach people about anatomy and stuff like that, because obviously that's her zone of genius. She keeps me standing up and in less pain, which is incredible. And she was like, oh, sometimes I just think to myself, oh, what would Leonie do? And immediately she was texting me and I was like, immediately I sent her this. Here we go. Horrifying.
It's just,
isn't it beautiful? My graphic design skills they actually rival yours, Zita.
Yeah, I think in this particular instance, they definitely do. It looks like something that you would find in like an abandoned cabin in the woods that it's like, don't read that out loud or you'll summon 6 demons.
That's right. It's beautiful, isn't it? And Sophie's like, oh, holy Fuck, did you just have that like all ready to go? Yeah, I did. You should have that as your meanwhile, you should have that as your screensaver so you can always find it, Zeta.
I will not be doing that.
I just watched the Q&As and that's worth the $97. Plus, when I need something to listen to, I play the courses in the background. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Melly Hart says, how would you recommend finding a good accountant who's supportive of women's financial goals in Australia? So I workshop for you with a little spreadsheet called How to Find Your Perfect Accountant in the Academy. So that's really useful. And it's really important to me as well. Like, I just had to go through another like accountant rehiring process, and I was looking for places that were like majority women run, and making sure that I ended up with a female accountant. I do, like, they do work in partnership, and I do have one male accountant, but I'm just making it really uncomfortable. It's fine. Okay. I just joined last week. It's so wonderful. I've been promoted to my folks and already made 2 affiliate sales. So I've paid my membership already. Amazing. Amazing. And that's the thing, right? Is with the Academy, so many people fucking love the Academy that I'm like, oh, guys, just if you share about it with people and share how much you love it, just use this link and then I can pay you 50% of every course membership that comes through. And so consequently, we send out, I've sent out over $700,000 to people over the years to thank them for sharing about the Academy. And I don't really use Facebook ads. Sometimes you might see them pop up, but it's like very, very rare that we actually spend any money on Facebook ads at all. Because I would much rather like just pay people who are already in the Academy and who fucking love it, and pay small business owners who are women. That'd be so fucking cool than paying Zuckerberg, right?
The other thing with the affiliates for the Academy is that it's a recurring payment. So for everyone who signs up today, say in a year's time when their membership is up for renewal and they renew again, you get paid again.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fucking great. Like last month we sent out a shit ton of money and people hadn't done shit. And it was just like, thank you money for last year, for the 5 seconds of work you did last year. And people were like, sweet, Christmas is taken care of. Sharon says, I don't understand coaches who charge $2,000 discounted price for feminine energy. What the fuck does that mean? Yeah, I don't understand either. I don't have that. So, okay. Oh, good question from Julie up above. Did I?
I couldn't find it.
Oh,
I
shit.
couldn't see it.
All right, thank you. All right, I need to fuck off very shortly and do stuff for my children. So generous with the affiliate mount. It's exciting to see the numbers of people who are discovering the Academy. Look at the link. Oh yeah, and people will leave it to the last minute to buy the Academy. We've got it's Friday, so we've got basically 73 hours. Everyone will buy in the last 73 hours. Everyone will buy in the last 24 hours. Like, nobody likes to make a decision even when it's fucking cheap as shit. Kathy says, I'm in New Zealand. Does the content that sounds amazing cross over to New Zealand? Absolutely. Also, the vast majority of my audience is international, so we do cater to the international audiences. And I can't wait to use the Write Your Book in 40 Days course. I have a book deal. Holy shit, right? But I'm really struggling to write the actual fucking thing. Goddamn ADHD. Got you, feel you, both ADHD here. So we know all of the tricks. The course is going to help you so well. And congratulations on your book deal. It's fucking amazing. I can't wait to read your book. Okay. Amanda says, I adore you. I think I need to make this happen. I've been debating it since last year. You absolutely need to, because price is about to go up. And I just want to be clear. Your price, like, you sign up at $99 a year, you get to keep that price for the rest of your membership. The rest of your membership. The only time that you lose that is if you decide to cancel, be like the very random percent that decides to cancel. And then you'll be like, oh, fuck, I actually need that, don't I? And try to get back in, and you have to do it at the higher price. Yes, of course, you're going to get a huge amount of value out of it, but it's just a no-brainer to buy it at the $99 rate. And of course, you can cancel anytime, but you're not going to because you're just going to get that amount of value. All right, I need to go and be a parent. I love you all. If you have any questions at all, email us, support@leoniedawson.com, DM us, all that kind of stuff. Oh, how do you get an affiliate link? I have, here we go. Nice. leoniedawson.com/affiliates. And if you want to join the academy, make sure you sign up. It's doubling in the next 72 hours. I don't want you to forget. Don't be like, oh, yeah, I'll think about doing that. Can you just go now, leoniedawson.com/academy, so you can buy it and be like, oh, holy fuck, this really is the best deal yet. And I'll be like, I fucking told you so. How many times did I fucking tell you that? I have done the most. It is the best. Oh, are you going to say something? You're just yawning.
I'm just yawning.
Oh, great.
I tried to stifle it.
I was like mid-rant too, and you're like,
I'm sorry. Well, one of us disrupted the other one's sleep schedule, so you reap what you sow.
All right, I love you all. Have an awesome day and email us. Join the academy. Amanda says, I signed up in March. Will I get it at $99 next March? Yes, you fucking do. Prices are not rising because you've already locked it in at that price. So whatever you buy it at, you have to keep it at. So bye now. Bye now. All right, love you all. Bye.